Let's go over the top 10 small forwards to target in your Yahoo head-to-head category drafts coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello sports fans and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I've got my top 10 small forwards to draft in head-to-head category leagues. Now if you like the sound of that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss an episode. I will be posting valuable fantasy basketball content all season long. Do you have a burning fantasy basketball question that you want an expert to answer? Ask me on Q. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds-NBA, submit your question, and I will give you a personal audio response right to your email. You can even send me screenshots of your team so that way I can use that in my review. It's super easy to do and it's a great way to get fantasy basketball advice while also supporting this channel. Now let's dive into the list here. At number 10 we have DeMar DeRozan. Now how is DeMar going to fit in with the Kings? He's going to claim the spot vacated by Harrison Barnes, but he will undoubtedly command more usage. He's not going to command as much as he did with Chicago, however. What I'm most interested in seeing, though, is how DeMar, a Clutch Player of the Year nominee 2 years in a row, and De'Aaron Fox, the winner of the award in 2023, will close out games in Sacramento this season. Let's go to number 9. We have Miles Bridges. Bridges is coming off a breakout season after being suspended the season prior. As with Brandon Miller, you can attribute a lot of Bridges' success with having LaMelo Ball miss a large portion of the season. Now, I wouldn't bank on Bridges improving on his 21 points per game, since I view him as a third option on the team with Ball healthy and once Brandon Miller inevitably passes him in the pecking order this season. Going to number 8, we have Jaylen Brown. Now, Brown knows his role. He is to be a main offensive cog on the talented scoring machine that is the Boston Celtics. He performed it well last season, posting career highs in field goal percentage, but his free throw percentage left a lot to be desired. He has been working on that in the offseason, so I expect him to creep closer to the 75% mark that he posted in 2020 to 2023. Brown is an underrated defender, so we might see a jump in stocks this season as well. To number 7 we go. We have Jalen Williams. The Thunder do not lack for talented young players who play a large role on the team. Jalen Williams has the potential to be one of the best two-way wings in the league, and he's an effective facilitator while also being able to minimize his turnovers. Williams is a great target for teams employing an all-around strategy, as he will likely log time at shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, and contribute a handful of 20.5 rebound, 5 assist games this season. Let's go to number 6. We have Franz Wagner. I like Franz's outlook better than that of teammate Paolo Banchero's in this format. For one, you can get him later in the draft, but more importantly, they share similar roles, and Wagner's percentages don't make you cringe. Wagner isn't going to be a major contributor on the defensive side of the ball, but you can expect that he will be able to pinch it on offense, and I would think that he should get to 20 points per game in his 4th year in the league. To number 5 we go. We have Kawhi Leonard. For someone who posted elite per game numbers last season, there is no doubt that he still possesses first round skills, but the risk of him missing games this season is just too great, especially if he misses those in March and April when we're right in the thick of fantasy playoffs. If you're going to roster him, I would strongly encourage you to pick up Norman Powell as well, as he is likely going to be the beneficiary when Kawhi happens to miss time. Let's go to number 4. We have Jimmy Butler. Regular season Jimmy is still good, but not nearly exciting a player to own as playoff Jimmy. He's still as good as a two-way player in the league, and being able to average 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists creates a nice floor going into this season. You will get value back for Butler if he can rekindle the defensive prowess that saw him post 11 straight seasons with at least 1.6 steals a game before last season's 1.3 mark ended that streak. Moving on to number 3 we go. We have Jalen Johnson. Now, I'm big on Jalen Johnson. He is underrated, even by his own teammate Trae Young, but that's just fine for me. I'm excited to see how many shares of Johnson I can own, as I expect him to take a sizable leap on offense with DeJounte Murray out of town. He has already established that he's a premier defender, posting 2 stocks a game last season. If his scoring averages move past 20 points per game, then he's going to crush his ADP. At number 2, we have Paul George. Having Paul George as the number 2 small forward in this list kind of highlights how weak this position is in fantasy. He is going to form the next big three along Embiid and Maxey, but he's likely going to be the third option on that list. While I don't expect him to put up the same amount of points as he did with the Clippers, I'm hoping that we see his rebounding and assists creep closer to the 6.5 rebound, 5.5 assist mark that he had posted from 2020 to 2023. And finally, at number 1, we have Lauri Markkanen. He is the main focal point on the Jazz, and he's going to continue to get buckets at an impressive rate. Now, I don't know if he's going to be counted on for scoring more than he has been, given that the team has many young forwards waiting in the wings. But you can count on a barrage of three-pointers with good percentages, and he'll be very useful on the boards. Look for Lauri if he happens to fall in the third round. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.